Hello everyone, I'm Amanda, serving as the Customer Success Manager at BRE Networks. Our goal with these videos is to offer educational content and highlight valuable tips and tricks about FOND and fiber network planning, aiding in your understanding of budgetary needs. Before you go anywhere, I have an announcement. In the next few weeks, we'll be releasing content that will detail a bit about our upcoming major feature and product release in FOND. Each fortnight, we will post a video that is going to preview a bit about FOND's upcoming financial analytics. What is financial analytics, you might say? Well, I'm going to dangle that carrot a bit longer. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter and track us down on LinkedIn and YouTube to be the first aware of savvy insights. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. Now, let's move on to today's topic. I'm going to show you ways you can iterate on a design in FOND using versions. While this process was briefly shared in our last video, iterating and creating an updated version will be our focus today. The process of iterating on a design and comparing two versions of the same project area depends greatly on your project objectives. One common reason for iterating on a design is to assess the costs associated with different architectural approaches in the same area. Various architectural designs can incur different costs related to deployment, materials, maintenance, and future upgrades. By conducting comparisons between these architectures, planners can pinpoint the most financially efficient option that aligns with your budgetary constraints. While you might not know our feature of versions exists, I am here to let you know how to make use of it. Imagine you're tasked with comparing different network architectures for a potential fiber network project. To begin, you can create your initial network design, starting with your preferred architecture. For the sake of this example, we're going to start with a 3-tier distributed 1:32 split with a costed bill of materials. But in your own example, use an architecture that best aligns with your project area. Before proceeding any further, ensure that you have access to the versions feature within your map view. If it's not visible, you can enable it by selecting View in the top left corner, then navigating to Layout and choosing Versions. You can then position the Versions panel wherever you find it convenient. For example, I like to place it below the legend in the bottom right corner. Once the Versions panel is in place, click on the blue plus sign to create a new version and give it a title. You'll then have the option to start from scratch or continue from the most recent version. Let's choose to continue from the most recent version. Now you have a second version ready for editing before generating the design. Let's say we want to modify our selected architecture from a 3-tier distributed 1:32 split to a 3-tier architecture with a centralized split, where the splitting occurs at a 1:32 ratio at the distribution hub. We'll then compare the bill of materials between version 1 and version 2. To make this change, import the previous version and navigate to the architecture panel. Switch the architecture from a distributed 1:32 split to a centralized split, while keeping everything else the same. Once done, select Design and then Update Design. With version 2 complete, you can now toggle back and forth between version 1 and version 2 to compare the costs associated with different architectures, and then you can export the data as needed. After careful review, it appears that this version and selected architecture keeps the cost lower. Therefore, we'll proceed with this iteration for now. This is just one way to utilize your versions within a planner project and to compare costs that will lead you to determine your most cost-effective plan with more clarity and confidence. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or are ready to see a FOND demo, submit the form below and a member of our team will contact you soon. Take care.